Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. So I decided to film this look today. It's like I guess you could call like a classic wing liner and just like a bold red lip. I paired them with these really bold lashes and I didn't know they were so full and just like out there in the packaging. They look a lot less bold than they do in person. So, if I were wearing this out, I would definitely tone down the lashes a bit, put something a little more natural on because the lip is so bold. But other than that, I really like it. It's kind of just like, yeah, just like a classic wing liner, red lip. Um, just kind of like the eyeshadow's a little bit more on the neutral side. So, sorry, I have a cold and I'm having an allergic reaction to something. It's really bad. But anyway, if you want to see how I created this look, then please keep on watching.
So first we are taking Bobbi Brown's eyeshadow in the shade Camel, and I'm using that as a transition shade. And then after that, I'm taking Makeup Geek's Cocoa Bear, and I'm using that with a pointed crease brush, and that's just going to deepen up the crease a bit and give it a little bit more depth. And then I'm just going to blend that out with a blending brush, a clean blending brush. There's no product on here. Now I'm going to take Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow in the shade Mocha. It's either Anastasia. I think it's Anastasia. And I am applying that actually with a lip brush just to get that definition. And then I'm blending that out with a blending brush. Now I'm taking Kat Von D's eyeshadow in Doce. It's like a metallic copper shade. And I'm using that with a flat shader brush, and that's just going to apply product. I'm just going to apply the shadow all over the lid. I actually went back in after and I wet the brush with some Fix Plus because it just gave a better color payoff and it made the metallicness, if that's a word, it made it stand out a bit more. So I went back in and wet the brush. Now I am applying eyeliner, and the liner I'm using is the Ingot number 77 gel liner. It's just a very creamy and pigmented black eyeliner. If I had to recommend any eyeliner to you guys, it would definitely be this one. It's perfect, easy to apply, great to work with. And I actually am applying that with the Anastasia Beverly Hills number 12 brush. Now for the face, I'm applying primer, and I'm using the Makeup Forever Step 1 mattifying primer. I actually started to color correct, and then I remembered that I didn't prime my face, so I had to stop and go back and prime my face. But to color correct, I am using MAC's Prep and Prime in Peach Luster. This is the only thing I use to color correct, the only product that I really like to color correct. I'm not too fond of like creams. And I'm just using a pointed brush from It Cosmetics. I have no idea what the number of this brush is, but it fits perfectly into the eye shape. I'm just using this brush to blend out that color correction. Next, I'm moving on to foundation, and the foundation that I'm using is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation, and I am using the shade Toffee Caramel. And I'm just dotting that all over my face, and to blend that out, I'm going to be using the Artiste brush, and this is the Oval 8 brush, and I'm just going to use that to blend out in circular motions. This brush is amazing. Ever since I got it, honestly, it's the only brush I'll ever use for my liquid foundation. I don't want to use anything else. I haven't tried it with powder foundation, but I'm curious to see how it would apply powder foundation. Because if it applies liquid foundation this amazing, then I can only imagine what it would look like with powder foundation. So I may give that a try, and I might record a video about that and see how it is. Now, I cut out the part when I applied the concealer. I'm trying out this new concealer from Estee Lauder. Well, it's not new, but it's new to me. It's the Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer. And honestly, I don't really care for it. I just don't like the look of it. I think I'm just gonna keep using my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer. But anywho, I'm just setting that now with the Laura Mercier Loose Translucent Setting Powder. And I'm not gonna cook because the concealer I just feel like is a little light, and then cooking it, I don't know, I just don't like the concealer. I hated it, honestly, and if I could, I would have wiped everything off my face and just started all over. But now I'm just setting my face with the Makeup Forever foundation powder, and it's the Duo Mat Powder, and I'm in the shade 214. I use this not only as a powder foundation, but also to set my face with, because I do have very oily skin, mainly in the T-zone. So this just, I feel like it works a lot better than my MAC MSF powder. So this is like my go-to powder for foundation and setting. Now I'm going to contour, and I am using something new. This is the LA Girl Pro Concealer, and I'm using the shade Toast. It is a couple of shades darker than my skin tone, and it has like a neutral undertone to it, honestly. So I'm using that, and I'm not using a lot, and I'm just blending that out with a MAC Duo Fiber Brush. It's the small one, and I love this brush for blending out my cheek contour. I'm not a big fan of MAC brushes, but this is by far one of my favorite MAC brushes. And then to blend out my nose contour, I am using an It Cosmetics brush. It's a double-ended brush, and I'm using the fluffy side. There are no numbers on these It Cosmetics brushes, and I don't understand why. But now I'm going to set the contour, and I am using the Bobbi Brown bronzer, matte bronzer, and I'm using the shade Natural 1. And for the eyes, I'm now going back in with the Ingot gel liner, and I'm applying that to the lower lash line, and then I'm taking some of the Cocoa Bear from Makeup Geek, and I'm just blending out the bottom lash line just to smoke it out ever so slightly, like not a lot at all. And I'm just using that brush to blend it out. Now we're going back to the face, and I am using Makeup Geek's Infatuation blush. I hate blush. This is the most natural blush that I can find for my skin tone. I don't really look because I hate blush, so honestly, I don't know. And for a highlight, I am using the Becca highlighter in the shade Topaz. Now I know this has been out for a while, but I just started using this, and remember, it is like the best highlighter ever in life. Now we're moving on to lips, and I am using the Jordana lip liner in the shade Sedona Red. I'm just using that to line my lips to prep them for the lip color that we're going to use. I did put on lip balm before I started filming because, again, I'm having an allergic reaction, and it is not doing me any justice on my lips. My lips are super duper dry at the moment. But anyway, now I am going to use, for lipstick, I'm using the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream in the shade Monte Carlo. And it's like this very pretty red. It's kind of got, I guess you could say it's like a blue tone red. Sorry guys, I'm kind of out of the camera lens. I didn't realize, so I apologize for that. But I'm just still applying that lip liner though. But yeah, so now I'm going to apply that lip liner. Applying lipstick. I don't know why I chose to go with a matte lip if my lips were so dry, but for the sake of this video, stuck it out for you guys. Don't worry. I'll be fine. Don't worry about me. Anyway, now we're going to move back on to the eyes. I usually save my eyes for last only because it takes me a minute to get lashes on. But the eyelashes that I'm using are the Violet Voss lashes, and they're in the style Wispy Me Away. These lashes are very pretty, but they are super heavy. So if you don't like heavy lashes, don't do it. But Violet Voss, honestly, in my opinion, makes some really pretty lashes. These are just really heavy. So I'd obviously, if I was wearing this out, I would just go for a lighter pair. So anyway, guys, this is the finished look. I hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.